my budget buddies. It's your girl Erica with Erica Makes Plans, and I am here for I don't know, what day is this? Day 6 of Planmas, and I'm going to show you my payday routine. By the time you guys see this, it will be payday for me, so I will show you exactly how I do payday without cash. I don't go to the bank. I don't go back and forth to the bank. I don't be counting out cash. I just, I cannot be bothered with all that. So the first thing I am going to do is I will share my screen. Okay, so this is my paycheck budget that I use for budgeting my paycheck, basically. As you can see, I have dates down here and a template. This is the mostly blank template that I use. First thing I'm going to do is, and this, by the way, is in Microsoft Excel. You can do it in Google Sheets. You can, whatever spreadsheet program you choose. You can do it with the pencil and paper if that's your thing. I am a digital girl. This keeps me from having to do a lot of calculations. I don't need a calculator. I already put, all the calculations into the spreadsheet, so I don't have to worry about it. I'm actually going to reformat the spreadsheet for 2025. I do it every year. Last year's spreadsheet looked a lot different. I'm going to reformat this one for 2025. I will probably show you guys that before the end of the year. But for right now, we're working with this one, which we worked with since the beginning of the year. So the first thing I do is we're going to move our copy. We're going to go before this sheet. We're going to create a copy. And then that's all you need to create a new sheet. Then we're going to rename that with this paycheck, which it's going to be 12/6. Okay. All right. So now we're looking at the 12/6 paycheck. So what I got paid into my account, and this is after all of everything they took out, for my insurance. I have some, some investment stuff that I take out. So after all of that is taken out, this is what hits my account. Now, one of the things that has transformed my life is the notion that I can have multiple accounts, right? So this is an account that I've had for, I don't know, 25 years. Just at, my local bank. It is fee-free. I highly recommend fee-free accounts. I don't see any reason why anyone should be paying fees in this day and age when there are so many fee-free offerings. But so this is a fee-free account. It's fee-free as long as you're getting regular direct deposits, and that's how most of them work. But yeah, so that's what hit my account into my main account. Now, this line, ordinarily, I pay my child, my grown child, is on my auto insurance. Well, has a car on my policy, and also a phone on my mobile contract. So my child generally will reimburse me. Well, I shouldn't say generally, always will reimburse me once a month for those things or for whatever other things. So generally that's the second paycheck of the month. So nothing there and nothing in side hustle because I just have not been diligent about that. Now, so here under the payments and debt is where this is where we go into the monthly layout that we did, or that you saw yesterday. I was going to say we did earlier in the week, but that you saw yesterday. So this is where I'm going to put everything, all the bills that are going to be paid during this pay period. So I have budgeted an actual here. I've gotten to the point where I used to put budgeted in because my paychecks used to vary. But I mean, for the most part, they're pretty much the same all the time. So I don't bother with the budgeted anymore. You absolutely could if that's something that you like to do, but I don't find it necessary for me anymore. So anyway, so the Disney Plus, which first of all, this is wrong because why is that wrong? T-Mobile. Oh, because I don't pay Netflix anymore. My kid is paying Netflix now. And this is like we switched. And now I'm doing Disney Plus, Hulu, and Max. Because the way it worked out, I'm paying the exact same amount that I would have been paying before, but it actually saves my child like slightly, I think, a little bit. So anyway, this is what I'm going to do with this one. Ooh, see, and that's what happens when you're being messy with Microsoft Excel. So I am just going to delete this cell. I am going to shift this cell up. And then it messes my spreadsheet up a little bit. So I am going to add a cell and shift it down. There we go. Now we're back to pretty. Okay. So anyway, so my Disney, Hulu, and Max is $16.99. T-Mobile gets 141. That's going to go down because I was looking at that yesterday and I said, hey, why in the hell am I getting $141? Like, that's crazy. And then it occurred to me that I am paying the it occurred to me that I'm paying for the insurance for both of those. Well, we are paying for the insurance on both those phones. I'm going to figure out whether my child wants to keep the insurance, but I'm going to cancel the insurance on mine. My phone is like, I don't know, 2.5 years old. If it breaks, I will get another one. It's not that deep. So Sling is going to get 51 this pay period. Consumers 114.87. It's starting to get cold around here. So that's why that has gone up. It'll probably go up even more. January, February, it's probably going to be, closer to the $300 range. That's just what that is. And in the summertime, it flips. DTE is high and consumers is low. So that's just what that is. There's no sense in me complaining about it anymore. So 529 is for my HP Instant Ink. Now my student loans, my Nelnet AB is going to be paid 106.41. And then we will come back to the debt payment. So groceries, I generally do 150 a pay period. I will do 150 a pay period. Sometimes I'll do a little more, a little less. I did a little more for Thanksgiving. If I end up with a lot of money left in that account, I will do a little less. It's up to you. A lot of people like to zero these out because these are what I would consider my cash envelopes. So a lot of people like to zero these out at the end of the month or at the end of their pay period. I don't always. Sometimes I do. I don't always. Household is going to get 25. Restaurants is going to get 25. Now, I know 25 seems like it's low for a lot of people. I do not eat out much. When I tell you I don't eat out much, I'd say within the 2-week pay period, I might pick up, take out once, maybe twice. And, that's generally something very unhealthy, but cheap, like Wendy's or something. So I don't put a lot of money in my restaurants because I do not spend a lot of money at restaurants. Personal self-care, we'll come back to that. I actually have money in that account that I'm like a lot of people. I struggle to spend a lot of money in that area. I don't know why. I just do. But okay. So down here is what I would consider sinking funds. These are the things that I add money to that I know I'm going to use at some point, and they just accumulate funds. So for automotive, I generally do 50. I'm going to do 30 this time. Because I haven't gotten gas in a while, and that's just what it is. Craft and hobby, I always do 30 because I am realistic and I know I'm going to buy them stickers. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to buy them stickers. There is no, there's no universe in which I have chill when it comes to my craft supplies, when it comes to stickers, when it comes to notebooks, when it comes to them pens. So I just do $30 a pay period. It's crazy. I know, is what it is. So I'm going to do 30 on my fur brat. And that's for grooming and vet appointments and whatnot. So gifts and holidays, I actually have money in that fund that I haven't used. And that is because I have a whole separate fund for Christmas. So I haven't really done gifts and holidays in a while. So I'm not going to contribute to that right now. Home maintenance, I generally put 50 in there. And that is for, like lawn maintenance, which is obviously not going on anymore. Um, Fumigation, because your girl don't like no critters. And also things like if it snows and I need somebody to come do shoveling or snow blowing or whatever, because your girl, listen, I am of a certain age and there is only so much shoveling I'm going to do. And I actually have two driveways. Like I have a circular driveway and then like a long driveway behind my garage. So also I'm on a corner lot, so I have a lot of sidewalks. So that is a lot of shoveling, let me tell you. And so if there's a lot of snow, your girl is just going to pick up the phone and call somebody to come do it. And that just is what it is. You can call me lazy, you can call me whatever you want, but that's just what it is. And that's what it's going to be. And I don't feel bad about that at all. Um, Medical. I probably should put something in there, but I'm going to hold off only because my unallocated is already down to 1,040. And I have an HSA, so this is just extra. And the HSA, they take that out of my paycheck. And anyway, sartorial stuff, like your girl's not a makeup girly, your girl's not a clothes girly. I work from home. I don't go very many places, so it's not like I need to have perfect wardrobe. I don't spend a lot of money on that, but I do have a sinking fund for it because every now and then I need to. Well, actually, I just used it because I needed new winter gloves, and I bought me 2 pairs of winter gloves because I lost one of my gloves last year, and so I bought 2 new pairs of winter gloves. I'll probably need to get some new boots sometime soon, but other than that, I'm fine. Prime is actually fully funded. I pay that in January, and that's already fully funded. My emergency fund, I probably should put the money into. You know what? Let me do the car insurance first because, and I need to recalculate this because I think, overfunding the car insurance. Excuse me, I think I might be coming down with something. I think I may be overfunding the car insurance because the last time I pay my car insurance every 6 months, the last time I paid my car insurance, I actually had stuff left in that account. So I should say my and my child's car insurance. So I should probably, more than likely, I, I should recalculate that. But for right now, I'm going to leave it as it is. You know what? Maybe I'll just make it 100. Um, let's see. These are things that I consider long-term sinking funds. It says savings, but it's like Amazon Prime, my emergency fund is an emergency fund, but car insurance is a long-term sinking fund. Technology is more savings. Home improvement is savings, but vacation, for example, this is 1 month ahead fund right here, which I'm going to put $25 into because I have pledged that I'm going to do that every pay period until I have enough for 1 month of expenses. outside of my emergency fund. So that is that. Still got like $15. Let me see my 100 envelope. Oh, I've already got 15 there. You know what? I'm gonna go with 13. I'm gonna put 13 in my 100 envelope challenge. That's going to leave me $902.64. I am going to put $900 towards my debt. And that means I'll have a carryover of $2.64. Now, I just put it here. You could leave it in unallocated if you wanted to. I just put it here because I like a zero-based budget. That's just me. But, everybody doesn't have to do that. No investments this time around. So that is the budget. And so now I take these numbers and I will be transferring them to the appropriate account. And I will show you that right now. Okay, so I have logged in to my account. It shows me my balance, but what I want is Zelle. Now, what I'm going to do with Zelle is I have my accounts set up here, my spending accounts. So I am going to take that $200 that I want to put in my, I don't know, digital cash envelopes, I guess is what it is. Reason I generally put 12/6 paycheck. You don't have to put a reason in there. And it tells me it's sending. Sent. All done to there. So then I will go to my ally spending. And that one is going to get 1,040. And reason is going to be 12/6 paycheck. Okay. Now, those are the only things I'm going to do with Zelle. Now, I could send, if I wanted to, I could send the savings to Ally the same way, but I generally don't do it that way, and I will show you why in a minute. Okay, so I'm all done with that. And I go with Qube. Now, Qube is where I do my digital cash envelopes. And as you can see, I have $200 that hit this account in unallocated funds. Now, Qube on the computer is very annoying because it won't let you allocate all at once. So what I will do is I will show you on my cell phone how I allocate this. Okay, so let's sign into our Qube account. And right there, you see that we got our money in. So we're going to go and allocate, which is why I like to do it on the mobile. We'll go to the unallocated funds and you see the 200 there. We'll click on allocate and it brings us to this screen. And so what I can do is I can allocate everything at once, which is so handy. So I'll go ahead and allocate my $150 to groceries. And I'll go ahead and do $25 for household. And $25 for restaurants. And now, as you can see, I have allocated $200 of the unallocated funds, which is what I want to see. Click on Fund Cubes, and it tells me it moved $200. And when we go back to this screen, 0 unallocated, which is exactly what we want to see. Okay, so now I am logged into my Ally account, which I have my Ally checking account, my spending account, I call them sinking funds, and my savings account, which is savings and long-term sinking funds. But what we're going to deal with right now is the checking account, the spending account. And that is because I have already sent money over to here. Now, I have some unallocated spending here. I'm going to go ahead and allocate it and be right back. So I got everything allocated out in my unbucketed, which again, I will go over that in the Qube versus Ally video that I have coming up. But so my unbucketed balance is 1,040, which is what I Zelled into this account. I will not bore you with the distribution of money. I'll just show you that this is how you do it. You would go here, you would distribute it from the unbucketed spending, and you would send it to whichever bucket you wanted to send it to and the amount. And you have to do that for everyone until you are able to distribute out all the money, if that's what you choose, because you can leave money in unbucketed. I don't know why you would, but you can. Now, as far as the savings deposit, here is what I generally will do with this because it is a lot easier. I don't cover this in the Ally versus Zelle because we're talking about digital cash envelopes in that video. But when it comes to savings, it is a lot easier to just do a transfer. Why? Don't know. But it is for me because, first of all, for my savings account, it's a high yield savings account. It's not an account that I dip into often. I don't access that money like right away generally. So what I do is I will transfer money from my main account to that account. And that amount is 138. And what you can do with the savings is when you don't use them, I can go in and do this. I can, just like what I did with Qube, instead of just doing them all individually, I can just do them all at once. So I will do that and be right back. Okay. And as you can see, it tells me that I'm transferring $138 into my buckets, which is the amount that I needed to transfer. So I'll go ahead and save that, and it'll tell you exactly when it's going to withdraw it. So it takes a few days. Today is, I don't know what day today is. Today is the 5th. I don't know. But the weekend is coming up, and that's probably why it takes that long. But again, it doesn't matter because these aren't funds that I'm accessing right away anyway. I just will go ahead and review the transfer, and it will tell me again that this is what I'm doing. Submit. And that's how I move funds into my high yield savings account with Ally. So anyway, I hope that this video was, I don't know, educational. Maybe you've been looking at cash stuffing videos and you like I do, like I think they're very cool, but I also know that that's not something that I'm going to want to do because one, I hate going to the bank, and two, I hate handling cash. So hopefully I gave you an alternative to that. Now, I am by no means the only cashless budgeter on YouTube. Shout out to Tara from Journey to Wisdom and Wealth, and Mama's Got a Budget is another one. And there's a couple others that I watch where we don't use cash. We don't count cash. Everything is digital. So just know that there is more than one way to cook your chicken. You know, that's all I'm saying. If you're not a cash person, you don't have to be a cash person. If you're not a digital person, because listen, I totally understand the people who say, I have to use cash envelopes because it reins in my spending. If I swipe my card, then I tend to spend more. I get that. I'm the opposite. Cash burns a hole in my pocket. If I see cash, I'm spending cash, right? Also, it's a lot easier for me if I have cash envelopes to pull cash out of a different envelope and then forget where I pulled it from. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot easier for me, the way my brain works, to just do everything digitally. But I will say, just like with cash envelopes, it takes discipline. You know, like we're not out here just spending willy-nilly and swiping our card willy-nilly and, you know, let the chips fall where they may. No, we're not doing that. So just know that whatever method you choose, you need discipline. But anyway, I hope this was educational. Please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. And that's all I got for you. I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.